One of my greatest teachers is, well, both my daughters, but I'm thinking particularly about my youngest daughter. And she's around 10 years old. And I know it might sound a bit cliched and a bit new agey, like, my children are my teachers, but boy, oh boy, if they're only as good a teacher as I allow myself to listen to them. So what we forget as adults is that we're being watched all the time. People can see us, particularly from that height down there. They can look up and we think, that they're not watching, or I think they're not watching, but they're observing all the time. And yesterday we went, so she's very quick to pick up on my energy. She'll say, "Dad, you're stressed," so she's got this thing where she'll say, "Sit down, breathe," and she'll take me through a meditation, and often I'm like, "I don't want to do this," but she says, "Sit down," and she'll take me through, and then she'll take me through the breathing, and then I'll go like, she says, "You feel better, don't you?" So it's really interesting how wise children are, and I think we, as adults, we beat that wisdom out of them in many ways by sending them off to school and making them sit down and telling them they should do certain things and so on and so forth. I mean, they can be full of crap, right? I mean, that's a 6-year-old, 7-year-old, whatever, But like we all can as human beings, but if we're willing to listen, there's power in there. So yesterday, I went with her shopping, and as we were driving back, I said, "Thanks for coming with me shopping. Like, how was it?" She said, "Oh, it was fine." I said, "Well, what would have made it a bit more interesting?" And she said, "Well, maybe if we got some crisps or some biltong or something like that, And I was like, yeah, why not? It's a Sunday and, let's do that. So I parked the car and then we went across the road to the shop. And here in South Africa, we have these guys called gachis, and they're basically, they guard cars from, crooks or people breaking in. But it's become a bit of a boom industry because, people will, guys won't, they'll be really, they don't have any money and stuff, and they'll kind of hang out around cars and then wait for a tip, and sometimes I don't want to do it. I just don't want to do it. I know it's mean of me, it's this, it's that, whatever, but sometimes it's just a choice. I just don't want to do it. And it doesn't feel justified and it doesn't feel earned in those moments. And then other times, I choose to. And we parked up, and my daughter, so we went to shop and came back, and my daughter said, "Well, what's going on, Dad? You're like really like agitated and stressed out. What's happening?" And I was like, "Oh, nothing, don't worry, no, nothing." And I realized, no, come on, man, you can do better than that. Like, tell the truth, right? And I said, "Well, the truth is, honey, this guy's over there, and I don't want to deal with him coming over and asking for money and having to say no, so I'd rather just nip off home." She said, "Dad, like, just really? Why don't you just tell him straight, like, to his face?" It's like, lesson noted. So listen to those little people. They have profound wisdom. Enjoy your day.